The national monuments of Trinidad and Tobago are part of our identity, tangible evidence of our ancestors' attempts to reach out to us across the span of time. The Parliament building, commonly known as the Red House, is the grand dam of our national monuments. In colonial times, it was the Legislative House of Assembly, eventually becoming the seat of government for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, a declaration of our belief in democracy and self-rule. But time can be relentless. It marches on, leaving its mark on everything, including the monuments we treasure. The glory of one of the most painted and photographed buildings in our country began to fade. The Urban Development Company of Trinidad and Tobago, UDECOT, was given the responsibility for the rehabilitation of this magnificent building. It was one of the largest and most complex projects of its kind.
When we met the building in 2016, needless to say, it was in a very deteriorated and dilapidated state. This project involved seismic and structural retrofitting of the building. Additionally, the building required a new basement, which was never before in the history of the Red House, as well as an attic space to house the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems. We installed over 1,100 anchors, stainless steel Syntec anchors. These anchors were necessary in order to meet the seismic codes established by both City Corporation, Ministry of Works, and globally as well.
While that was happening, the workers found bones. So we sent for carbon dating of the bones and established that these bones were indeed the bones of first peoples of the Americas, first peoples of Trinidad and Tobago.
Following the discovery of the remains of the nation's first inhabitants, the location is now recognized as a sacred site.
So what was done was that all of the details that were important to the historicity of the building were kept. Great care was taken to save old floors. The ceiling moldings on most of the rooms are very, very classical. They are dental moldings and they're made out of wood. And in some areas, the moldings were simply restored.
The emphasis was on local resources, an acknowledgement of the wealth of local expertise, and a boost to our economy. Throughout the project, the beauty and craftsmanship of the past needed to be preserved, but the needs of the present would also be met.
All the air conditioning, for instance, has been tastefully done so that it's not a visual intrusion in any of the rooms. You can stand in a room and you don't know where the AC is coming from.
And safety was always a priority.
All of these historic details, all of these classical details from the Greek and Roman architecture have been preserved. So we look forward to using the building and to keeping it there for future generations.
January 2020, the beloved Red House was reopened in a gala ceremony. The Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago returned for its first sitting. The magnificent monument once again takes its place as the pride of Port of Spain, a symbol of our resilience and independence, the seat of our democracy for generations to come.